Hello everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. As you can see, we are picking up where we finished last time with Mass Effect 1 and we are going into Mass Effect 2. I just want to apologize ahead of time because obviously I haven't uploaded any videos in, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks or so now. It's just because I've been dealing with like a really bad coughing fit. So if I do cough in this video, or this episode, sorry, I do apologize ahead of time. It's still something I'm recovering from, but it is not COVID, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just a really bad cough. Without further ado though, let's get into Mass Effect 2. Okay. Just need to check a few things before we get into things. Keeping auto level up off just in case, because I can't remember if you upgrade your your Paragon and Renegade like you do in Mass Effect 1. I think that's only in Mass Effect 1, but I can't remember. I'm actually gonna keep the autosave off as well. So I'm gonna keep the combat difficulty on normal unless I end up running into issues like I did in the first game. So I'm hopefully gonna try not to do that. Also, if I sound kind of weird, it's also because I am also dealing with like cold as well. This is something that's been going on for a couple of weeks now. Honestly, it started after I was in the middle of my jury service, which I was doing recently. If you didn't know. Sometimes I wonder if that's got anything to do with it. I've been honestly putting this off as well because like I've been like, well, do I just not use microphone audio? Do I just record the main game itself and just play through like that so that you don't have to hear me coughing? And I don't feel comfortable with that, I like the fact that I get to talk to you guys, even though I know not many people watch my videos, if any at all, but it's still, I guess, the principle of it all. But I'm gonna stop running and actually get into this now. Okay, so import Mass Effect 1 character. I am gonna be playing Mass Effect 1 again. I considered doing it before I even got into this. Just like, so I've had something to do the last couple of weeks, and it's just been like, well, that's just gonna come off kind of weird. So I'm just gonna start this, and then that way, it doesn't seem like I've done anything in the meantime, even though I'm going to be. Okay. Oh, so I didn't even have to do... I could have just avoided doing this in the settings. Although I thought the subtitles were on, maybe I missed that. Yeah, I probably did miss that. Okay. Name's perfectly fine, rank is perfectly fine. Yes, I am a Paragon Commander Shepard. I'm not sure it survived. Actually, we died. Nobody cares about that. Cancel was saved, and Commander Shepard recommended a Bastion Udina. Yes, I did, because I know what comes about if you do. Fuck. What is Captain Anderson? I know if you recommend him, it doesn't end well. Or it kind of amounts to nothing, more or less, so...
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard... They'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
The Normandy looks just as gorgeous as she always does. It's honestly one of my favourite sci-fi ships, if I haven't mentioned that before. At least from the exterior. You know how I feel about the interior. At least in Mass Effect 1 anyway. And there's Joker.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down! Multiple hull breaches! Weapons offline! Somebody get that fire out!
My poor Normandy.
Shepard!
Okay, that is Liara. I was hoping that was.
The Alliance get here in time.
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttle. I'll take care of Joker.
Shepard,
Liara, go. Now.
aye aye.
I keep forgetting that it's your love interest from the first game, if you had one, that comes to try and, you know, be like, I'm not leaving, you know, kind of like without you sort of thing.
Go!
But, yeah. Oh, that was brutal. I also think the reason why the Normandy, well, besides the fact it gets rebuilt, but why it gets changed layout-wise between Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, and I guess kind of into Mass Effect 3 as well, is just people maybe weren't happy with the way the layout was of the ship. I don't know. It's just a guess. Maybe they just thought, we're gonna redo it because we're, you know.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon
You know,
the
we're
Normandy.
already blowing the
Still
Normandy
safe.
up. We might as well, you know, make it different, you know?
The Normandy Wendy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack! Watch the arm!
I hate seeing this part. It just sucks so badly. Particularly this part. Particularly this part. Because it's clear as hell that Shepard is dying. And it's like, holy crap, that's the main character. How can you just kill the main character? But, you know, it was pretty ballsy by BioWare, if I'm being honest. I mean, this was the second game in the series, and just like, boom. Okay, why would I have to do that if I've already played through Mass Effect 1? It's really cool though that they included the Genesis stuff. If you don't know, Genesis basically allows you to choose options like that would affect games going forward between Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2 and then Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3. But obviously since I played Mass Effect 1, this is kind of unnecessary. But that's the wrong one. I thought it was square that it was showing it's actually circle. But that was always a really cool thing. I feel like it was kind of important because it was like if you didn't own all the games, that way you could kind of sidestep that. Especially with how buggy the first game actually was. It was nice. I never actually owned Genesis 1, which is the Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2 version. I only ever got Genesis 2, which is Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 3. I don't know why I never owned the first one. It's kind of weird why I never did. Especially with, again, how buggy the first game was, and I hated playing the first game, so it's like, I think it's just because you could easily get saves of the first game, matching kind of what you wanted to go into the second game, that there was kind of no need for Genesis. At least because I played it on PC. I guess if you're playing it on, you know, PlayStation or whatever, that would be a bit of a different story. And of course, there's no reason to change any of this, so okie doke. I'm trying to find my is it Vanguard? I guess that's what I did originally. I guess they decided to make the classes sort of like unanimous across the games, I guess, because I don't think this is how it was set up for Mass Effect 2 originally, but I could be wrong about that. So that's interesting. Now, whether that carries on into Mass Effect 3, I don't know, at least for Legendary Edition. I mean, cool, I guess. Again, I'm not really sure how long these episodes are going to be when I record them. Especially with, you know, the aforementioned coughing issues that I'm having at the moment. but we'll see episode by episode, I guess.
Showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda. I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative.
Miranda.
Don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing.
I wonder why his heart rate's climbing. You got a babe like Miranda?
It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
This is one of the things I will say. I feel like Mass Effect 2 actually has some of the best romances in the entire trilogy. Like, as far as like the characters you could get involved with. And if I've not mentioned it already, Mass Effect 2 is actually within my top 3 to top 5 games of all time. Like, which is weird because I started with Mass Effect 3 when I got into the series. But this is my favorite of the entire series.
Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor.
And hopefully, playing this, you will see why this is one of my favorite all-time games.
Don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This
Alright.
pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a
Alright.
med bay. We'll get you a clip from. Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving, we need to get to the shuttles. Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position.
Yeah, I know. Really, I can't use my bot X? Oh, there they are. God, I missed that skill. Charge is one of my favorite skills. But I digress.
Don't waste time, I can't keep the mechs distracted for long. More reinforcements heading your way. Here come the mechs. Use the
Yes, I know. I am aware.
Take the elevator down one floor. Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing fine, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got men closing in on my position. Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
System not designed for specialized ammunition.
Hey, that's not very nice to say.
Come on over.
What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access. We've got to get you out of here, Shepard.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
This is the good stuff. Wait, I can't use it? Son of a bitch.
Falling back. Okay. I promised I'd answer your question. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
It's also really interesting because you think about it, Shepard dies, okay? As Jacob puts it, deader than dead. And they bring him back to life. No magical thing like Dragon Balls, if you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, just brought back to life with science. We can't even comprehend that. So, although based on like the time frame that Mass Effect takes place in, anything could happen between now and then. It is still kind of in the realm of science fiction though, because bringing back the dead.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
It's interesting they mentioned cloning, because spoilers for the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station.
Well, that's debatable.
If we get off the station.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security.
Didn't do a good job
Usually
then.
A lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Guess she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now.
Apologies for that coughing.
Could you tell what was happening?
Just my throat gets really bad after a while, and I can't help but cough. I can't help but cough.
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
So it's kind of interesting because they give you hints about who it is that actually caused all of this, and you do find out. But it's interesting that they do drop several hints of who it actually was before you find out. Yeah, when you find out, you're like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. None of these doors open. I was just checking to see if any of the other doors open, because, you know, there's bits and pieces here
This room is crawling with mechs.
where you can find things without moving forward with the story. But, you know.
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an...
Oh god. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh god. I'm hit! They shot me!
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Shepard! Down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall. Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, huh? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
I don't care who set up who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first. We can't just leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... We can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now, we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've saved our butts.
Let me just check something. Obviously I can't check the squad thing for whatever reason. It's kind of annoying. But it's like, what can you do, you know?
We've been spotted.
Requesting assistance.
Come on over.
Proximity warning.
And you're probably thinking, well, I could have just used, you know, the rocket launcher. Would have taken him out pretty quickly, actually. Oh, you highlight them, okay. It's been a while since I've done the bypassing on Mass Effect 2, so kind of don't remember everything.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff. He would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Why are you so gorgeous? I mean, I know why she's so gorgeous. If you're not familiar with her voice actor, who is also the model for Miranda, so, you know, pretty perfect, which I believe is Yvonne something. I can never pronounce her last name, but she is a very gorgeous actress. Actually, she's in one of the more recent films that came out, The Tomorrow War, which I'm not going to talk about that on here, but it was nice to see her actually in the flesh, as it were, you know?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
But that would kind of defeat the point of this whole entire project.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
I don't think they ever explain why Wilson did all of that, though. Like, what his reasoning for it was. I don't think it's ever addressed, from what I remember.
Before we meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
You know, I've just noticed this is quite kind of dark, actually. Maybe I need to mess around with the brightness settings. I'll do that once I'm out of, you know, this whole cutscene stuff.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid. Raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the Elusive Man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
And we all know why Ash died, because we all know how I feel about Ashley. I don't like her. Generally speaking.
Elusive Man is waiting
I didn't
for
mind
you
her
in
so
the
much in Mass Effect 3, and again, that's the game that I started with. Can I check? Okay, I can check my shit now. Okay, so they changed it in Mass Effect 2. You no longer had to purchase ranks for your Renegade and Paragon, which I guess made more sense, honestly. In this case, you just needed to have the points. You didn't have to have a ranking that let you use said points, which that just feels weird. I'm gonna do auto leveling up now that I know I don't have to worry about that. See, he already knows I love using my charge, so you know. Okay.
I wouldn't keep the Elusive Man waiting.
The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the other room.
Well, the Elusive Man can kiss my ass. I love how they said the Elusive Man is waiting for you, but he's not there. He's in a completely different area.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique. Not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteer?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Okay, let's customize my gear. Okay, so there are a few that I can use. I'm gonna go with none, because, you know, I can't change this or these. Seriously? See, this is something I also loved, was the customization of your armor. You can't really do that in Mass Effect 1. I mean, you can if you equip, you know, other armors that you find, but it's a lot less customizable. In this, they made it where you could literally customize different parts of the armor, which was a lot cooler if you ask me. And see, this outfit and this outfit are from Mass Effect 3. That was one of the things they did for Legendary Edition. They pulled some of the stuff from Mass Effect 3 and carried it over to the other games. By other games, I mean Mass Effect 2. I don't think you can change it in Mass Effect 1. I never tried, though. That will be something to investigate. But, yeah. Okay.
The Elusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for, Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
God damn, Miranda, you're so hot.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
I haven't made up my mind about you yet.
At least you're giving me a chance. Most Alliance soldiers hate Cerberus on principle.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules, but there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
You know what that sounds like? Section 31 from Star Trek. Or just about any secret organization, FBI, CIA, that type of thing. Well, I suppose people know about those, so it's not really the same thing, but it's that general principle.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
God, on my screen that is really hard to read. Obviously on my screen I'm in OBS, so everything looks smaller. Hopefully this will be a lot clearer to you guys when you're looking at it, but yeah, it's so hard for me to read. It really is. I'm actually really apprehensive about doing Mass Effect 2 because, like, to be prepared for the final mission, there's so much crap that you have to do in terms of, like, what you need to survive.
The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
So, you know, there's going to be certain things I'm going to have to do in between episodes. Which, speaking of episodes, I'm probably going to be closing this off in a little bit. But I don't know when the next episode will be out. Originally, I was trying to do episodes every week. Obviously, me being with my health condition right now, I can't necessarily guarantee that that's going to be the case. So I'm going to be putting these episodes out just when I feel okay enough to actually record. Because, again, I just don't feel right in just putting videos out for the sake of putting them out and, like, not having anything behind it with that's, you know, me, that makes me different from any other person who's playing Mass Effect or any other games I intend to play or continue to play, yada yada yada. So just bear that in mind. But yeah,
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
I believe you re-meet Tali here. She doesn't join you or anything, but you meet her again, I believe. Fairly certain. What is with the lighting? Jesus. What is going on with the fucking graphics? Calibration, really? That's what we're going with? see, arguably, that's what they're showing. That it should be, you know, visible, but I can barely see shit. So I think the reason why that's not being detected is because I'm running through the Elgato, or it's because I have something turned off in the PS4 settings so that I can use the Elgato. This stuff is still new to me, so it's just this that I can focus on. It at least looks a lot brighter, I guess. Well, what's going on with that recording? Maybe from changing the settings, I don't know. Auto level up. I don't like that. That being said, because I don't like what's going on right now, I am saving the game. And yeah, I think that's going to bring this episode to an end, because I'm sort of suspicious about what's going on with the recording right now, and I'm afraid that my PlayStation's just going to go zit. Because it did that before while I was doing Mass Effect 1. But with that being said, I hope you guys like what you see. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And my health conditions aside, I will see you guys in the next episode.